everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm so excited for because I got my hands on these palettes and was able to test them out, and they're palettes that I've been waiting for to try out for such a long time. As you guys know, I've stated before, I'm a huge fan of Nikki Tutorials, and I actually saw these palettes on her channel. She has done multiple reviews on them, she's used them in multiple looks. Basically the palettes that I'm talking about are from Juvia's place. So these palettes are a fantastic price, especially for the pigment that you get. I, however, never picked them up before because of the shipping costs, which aren't exactly the most insane I've seen, but they are still higher up there, rating anywhere between $9 and $15, I believe. So I decided to buy these palettes when Boxing Day came around because, as you guys know, Boxing Day has amazing deals. We do Black Friday here as well, but we don't do as intense as the States do. So that's why I waited for Boxing Day to buy these palettes. So when Boxing Day came around, I checked the website and everything was 50% off. So I immediately was hooked in. I was like, get me those palettes, I need them. And I decided to buy the 3-piece bundle. Now the 3-piece bundle originally I think is $81, around that. So it came down to $40, which was insane for 3 palettes. Like, you can barely get 1 palette at Sephora for $40, let alone 3 palettes. So I was already hooked. Even though they are cheaper priced, they are not cheaper in pigment or anything like that. Like, it is amazing. From what I've seen from Nikki Tutorials, it is so pigmented, it blends so well. Like, I couldn't believe it for that price, because there are products that are cheaper and sometimes they don't work out well and other times they work out fantastic. To give you an example, I went and swatched the ColourPop in Sephora, the new palette that came out, and I really didn't like it, and it is a cheaper palette, but saying that, someone else might have liked that palette perfectly fine. In my opinion, I just didn't like how it swatched, that it was too glittery, all that. But aside from that, I bought the 3 palettes that included in the bundle are the Juvia palette, the Nubian 2 palette, and the Masquerade palette. So let's get into the review and I can tell you all about what I liked and what I didn't like. So to give you guys an example of what you're going to get when you order these, you get these boxes like this. This is from the Nubian palette, this is Nubian 2, and this is the Masquerade one. So as you can imagine, with the colorful boxing that they are, the palettes themselves actually come with the exact same design on them and the exact same color. To give you guys the example, these are the palettes themselves. So I have dug into all 3 of them. I can honestly say I am obsessed with them. I have multiple palettes. I have palettes from Anastasia, Morphe, Too Faced, whatever you can count. Like, I probably have it. But I never had these palettes because I never knew about it. I never really wanted to buy them because Sephora is just so easy to pick up and then leave. Like, this is a place where you have to order online, at least for me anyways. So I was always unsure on buying these. Best purchase I've ever made, honestly. They are such good quality. Now the only thing that I'm not a fan of, but then again, they are cheaper palettes, so like, I'm not expecting them to have a mirror. There's no mirror in them. So, I mean, in the future, Juvia's Place may put the mirrors in these palettes or in newer palettes. However, do expect the prices to go up if that happens, because that's usually what occurs. But I don't know, Morphe's kind of like that too, right? They have good price palettes, but they have no mirrors in them, so price goes up when there's mirrors in them. However, regardless, Juvia's Place, keep doing you, because these palettes are amazing. So let's get into what I actually liked about each palette. So the original thing that I wanted to buy when I looked into these palettes is the Masquerade, and that is because it has a ton of different colors. No way. Oh, sorry, a pan literally just fell out as I was trying to show you guys, so I'm gonna try and put my finger over that so it doesn't fall out again. But that is what the Masquerade looks like. Now, what I like so much about this is that it has so many neutral colors that you can work with by themselves for brown looks. And then they have super colorful ones that you kind of mix together with the neutral looks to make a really nice makeup look. So that's what really mean. And this is the palette that I originally was going to buy by itself. However, how do I feel about this palette? I absolutely love it. I've been using this palette probably the most of the other ones. Like I said, this is the one I was going to buy anyway, so it makes sense that I've been using this one more compared to the other palettes. Today, for example, this very blue look that I have on is from this palette in here, as well as the Nubian 2 palette. So yeah, I definitely like the intensity of these colors. I love the different brightness. I don't know, I just love it all. I love doing different looks on my eyes, especially stuff that you wouldn't normally put on them, like blues and greens. Like, those are so intense and you don't always see them on an everyday look, but that's what I love, and I love doing those kinds of stuff. So this is definitely a big plus for me. Plus, it's got really nice pinks and purples, which I like, especially since I have the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. Like, that is my all-time favorite palette right now. So I definitely like that I have those extra pinks and purples that I can mix around with that palette as well. So this is definitely a 10 out of 10. I highly suggest this if you're only looking to buy one palette. This is a really good one. However, you do need to be into very bright colors, because you can get away with the neutral colors, like no problem about that. But considering there's an even amount of bright colors with neutral colors, you're not going to get away with doing a completely neutral look. As to explain, like, I don't really see a transition color in here, so you would need to pick up another palette for that. But if that's okay with you, then I definitely suggest getting this palette. So on to the next one. So let's talk about the original Nubian palette. This is perfect for anyone who wants that natural, neutral look, like all the browns. I love this palette because I think browns and kind of orange tones look good on anyone. Any eye color, any skin color looks amazing. I personally love them because I have super dark brown eyes, and I think that they make them really stand out when I use neutral colors. However, there are a lot of shimmery eyeshadows in this, which is fine if you're into that kind of stuff. I, however, like to do a little mixture more of matte and shimmery, so I would have liked to see more matte in this, but it's fine. I can work with them either way. I do like both of them, so I'll handle it. But it is a really good palette. I do suggest this for anyone who wants to keep natural and who only wears some makeup, not a full face of makeup as myself. But it is totally good for anyone who does wear a full face of makeup too. Like I said, I love using browns in my everyday look, even when I am super caked up. Like, I still use it on my eyes anyways. So I really enjoyed this palette as well. So the next palette, the Nubian 2 palette, was the only one that I wasn't super happy about. There is one shade in here that I loved, and I will get into that, but let me talk to you why I wasn't really into this palette. Pigment was perfect. It was the same as the other ones. It was super easy to blend, all that stuff. The only thing I was kind of confused about and didn't really understand why they did this is the pans are so much bigger, which I know it's a weird thing to be complaining about, but I don't know, I feel like they could have fit so many more shades on here if they made the pan sizes the same as the other ones. Now, I can understand that these pans may be better for people who end up liking this palette more, so they have more product and they don't have to buy another one right away. But I don't know, I just feel that if they had made them smaller, they could have had more colors in here, especially because the colors are so weird, if that makes sense. Like the Masquerade, you can kind of put certain colors together, same with the Nubian palette, but this palette, I find it's a little bit harder to match colors together, especially since you can't really do one eye look with this. I feel like you need to be picking up other palettes to do an eye look with this. However, saying that, I do still really like this palette. I actually use this shade right here, Zuri, as a highlighter, as I'm wearing today, and you can tell it is super good. Like, I really got a highlight with that. Probably better than most highlights that I actually have. I'm also wearing this on my eyes today in the inner corners, and as well as the lid. So, I'm not really like, I don't know, I really like this as well. I just have a kind of weird issue with the pan sizes and the colors that they have in here. Like, for example, I probably will never touch this color down here, which is a very forest green. But, I mean, to each their own. There might be other people that love that color and use it on a daily basis, so whatever you like, I guess. So all in all, I think these palettes are amazing. I think that if you want something to spend your money on, it's definitely this. If you're Canadian like myself, then you are going to be looking into shipping cost as well as the conversion of dollars, so keep that in mind. But regardless, I found even at the normal price, these are still cheaper than going out and buying a single palette from Sephora. Plus, you're supporting, I don't really say complete indie brand because they are coming out and a lot of people are starting to use them now, but they are more still on the newer side, so you are supporting a newer makeup company, which is awesome, and I totally put my hands up for that because, like, we definitely need to support those smaller companies to make them as big as they are. Like, Jeffree Star started as a small company, and now look where he is now. So, I definitely think that it is a great company, and if you're looking to get amazing eyeshadows, amazing pigments, definitely look into these palettes. However, remember, there's no mirror, so if you are traveling and need a mirror, you need to bring one with you, and that is pretty much it. I really don't have any negative things to say about these palettes. Like, I haven't had any problem other than the pan falling out, but I think it was because I dropped it last night, so that's partly my fault. But regardless, they are super, super good. Again, I'm just repeating myself and blabbing on, but if you are looking for a really good palette for a very cheap price, I highly suggest these. Very blendable, very buttery, just everything you're looking for in a palette is in these ones here, so I highly support it. Go out and buy these because they're so good. That is it for today's video. I'm thinking of coming out with a makeup tutorial with these palettes because I want to really show you guys how they blend and how they work because they're amazing. But also just because I want to put another makeup tutorial because it's been a couple of weeks, maybe even a month since I put one out. So, and I'm really digging this look that I have on today, so I may even consider putting this one out as a tutorial, but we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up down below. Leave me a comment letting me know what you want to see in the next one, and also let me know if you've tried these palettes and if you like them because they're amazing, and I don't know why you wouldn't want to try them. So, thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye.